Hello everyone, welcome in today as the 2-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the 8-3 Philadelphia Eagles. This week we have a matchup that wouldn't seem to be that good on paper, but it ends up being an excellent game. You'll have to stick around and see how it comes and finishes out, as Clayton Tune's 9 touchdowns to 14 interceptions on the season really stick out as something quite ugly as we open up with the ball. And we go to Chris Godwin out there on a quick little wide receiver screen. He ends up picking up a couple. He had 8 catches for 141 yards without a touchdown last week. He had a fantastic game. On second down, Clayton Tune's going to throw it. He finds K. Dotton, however, he cannot hang on to it. Bringing up a third down for Tune, and he's going to throw it to the sideline. That one's broken up, and we cannot get the first down. We're going to end up punting it to Philadelphia. As we take a look at a little sequence we had before this game where they wanted us to play spoiler, and we say, we definitely think we can do that. We haven't quit on the season, and we're going to do our best to beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts opens up in the gun with Miles Sanders beside him, and he throws it underneath to Devontae Smith. That's going to be a pickup at 9, bringing up a second down, and they do give it to Sanders as he's going to get the first down and more. He breaks that first tackle and ends up getting out to about the 45-yard line. That was a pretty beautiful run right there, as Hurts is going to pass it this time. He gets hit as he releases it, but he's able to check it down to Miles Sanders. He gets out to midfield. That brings up a second down, and they hand it to Sanders, and once again, he's going to get that first down. The Eagles are a very good team, just like in real life, so we expect them to give us quite a bit of issues as Hurts is on the move here, and he ends up firing it down the field. That's A.J. Brown down to the 25-yard line on a beautiful play. This time we send a little bit of pressure, but he's still able to get it out there. A.J. Brown makes another catch. He had 4 for 64 with a score last week. On 2nd and 5, Hurts throws a quick screen out there, and that's going to be caught for a pretty good gain, and they're going to take that down to about the 7-yard line. I can't remember who that player is right now. The name's escaping me, as Devontae Smith takes that one down to the 1-yard line. You could argue he might have actually been in the end zone on that play, but they didn't challenge it, so Hurts throws it on 1st and goal, and that one's up. A.J. Brown just couldn't get his feet down, so it's 3rd and goal, and he pulls it on a read option and walks in for 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles are going to take an early lead here. They're up 6-0 pending this extra point. Jalen Hurts did exactly what Jalen Hurts does. They do hit the extra point, though, and make it a 7-0 game as we take over and hand the ball to Rachaad White for his first carry of the day, and that only went for 1. On 2nd down, Clayton Tune's looking to pass it. He throws it and checks it down to Rachaad White. That was a smart play, and he ends up picking up 8, bringing up a 3rd and inches, and we do give it to White, and he gets the first down. He is out to about the 36-yard line. What a great play for the Buccaneers as they're moving slowly on this drive. Rachaad White gets another carry, and that time he only went for 2. The Eagles' defensive line is still their strength at this moment, so you got to be careful running into them as K. Dotton makes a big play. He breaks that first tackle and ends up getting that down to the 34-yard line. What a great play by K. Dotton. I still want to say I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. I just want to throw that out there quick. I record right by a window, and we've had some pretty heavy thunderstorms lately here in Florida, so once again, you might be able to hear some of it in the background. I apologize. I'm doing my best to keep it out of the videos, but it's happening a little bit here or there. I just wanted you guys to be aware. I know what the issue is. There's just not anything I can do about it at this moment, as Rachaad White gets a carry and only goes for 2, and it's 2nd and 8, and Clayton Tune's going to pass this one. He's standing in the pocket and throws it towards the end zone. That's a touchdown. Buccaneers are going to be able to tie this up if they can hit the extra point. Chris Godwin came down with it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson somehow didn't make a play on that. I really expected him to be able to and swat that down, but we'll take it. It's a 7-7 ball game. Eagles take over, looking to answer again as Hurts fires and finds A.J. Brown. That's a big first down. He's going to take it all the way out to the 45-yard line. What a way to start this drive. In the pistol this time, it's Miles Sanders getting the carry. He ends up taking that one out to the 50-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 5, and Hurts is going to run some play action off of him and stand in the pocket and fire to A.J. Brown once again. This time he goes down to the 35-yard line. He's been on a roll so far today. Miles Sanders gets a carry to end the first quarter as he's only going to pick up 2. This game's tied at 7. So far, though, the Eagles have had a little bit of advantage in the offense. It's been a good game so far, and right now it looks like it's a pretty even contest, which is not what you'd expect coming in, as it's a fumble right there to open up the second quarter. That's going to be recovered by Lavonte David. Dallas Goedert got a little too greedy and kept fighting when he shouldn't have. He should have just went down. He never would have lost that ball. So we take over, and Clayton Tune's going to throw it deep, and he's able to fit it in there to Chris Godwin. That was a great throw. Next play, we go right to Rachaad White as he's running an outside zone play. He's able to pick up a couple yards. There wasn't much there, so we decide to throw it with Tune as he's standing in the pocket, and he throws it underneath to K. Dotton. That's another first down. We are down to the 40-yard line. So now we are in gun this time, sending a guy in motion as Tune's going to throw it out there. That pass gets broken up. It looks like it was intended for Isaiah Zuber. On the next play, Tune's feeling the pressure, and he gets hit just as he releases it. I didn't really see anybody open, so on third down, he's standing in the pocket, and he finds Chris Godwin. That's a first down. He's down to the 27-yard line. We are moving the ball pretty well on this drive. Let's see if we can answer. We give it to Rachaad White, and he's stuffed up pretty quick at the line of scrimmage. I think running against this team's going to be tough. As you can see, the next play, Fletcher Cox blows it up. We're missing Jensen and Wirfs in this game as well, so that's a pretty big loss for us. Jadeveon Clowney's missing for them, so that impacts their D-line depth. On the next play, though, we miss a wide open Chris Godwin, so we have to attempt a field goal, and it is up and good. The Buccaneers are going to take a 10-7 lead in this one. Taking a look at A.J. Brown's stats, he has 66 catches, 921 yards, and 7 scores already this season. He's been on a roll, and he's the leading receiver in the NFL at this moment. He's been absolutely a menace for everybody that the Eagles have had to play so far, and he's done very well against us so far as well. Now we got to try to stop him, and you can see that stat. It was kind of eye-opening, so I just wanted to show it off. Look at this. Miles Sanders gets the first down on that screenplay. It was beautifully executed, and he gets just enough. Hurts is in the gun. He's dropping back to pass it on this play, and he's going to throw it right there. That's another catch for Devontae Smith, setting up a 2nd and 4, and they're going to go and pull it on the read option. We were not ready for that. Jalen Hurts gets a big gain out to the 49-yard line. That's a beautiful play from him. That's why you run the read option right there. Hurts is on the move a little bit, and he checks it down to Devontae Smith, setting him up with another 2nd and short. It's been a situation this team strived in all day. They've been able to get themselves to 2nd down and short, it seems like, on every drive, as they go ahead and get another first down with a big play right there down to the 24-yard line. Hurts throws it out there, and once again he finds Goddard. That's going to set him up with a 2nd and 1, and then Hurts runs empty, and he just throws it to Devontae Smith, and that's a first down to the 10-yard line. So now it's 1st and goal for the Eagles as Hurts is standing in this pocket and moving around a little bit. He throws it across his body, and he couldn't connect with his man on that one. They go to Miles Sanders on the next play, and he cuts it back towards the middle. He was only able to pick up a couple, and Jason Kelce gets hurt. And if you know anything about the NFL, Jason Kelce is probably the best center in the league, and he is a phenomenal player, so that's going to hurt. And the Eagles end up not being able to get into the end zone and having to settle for a field goal, and it's good, so we are tied at 10 now. We haven't made any major mistakes in this game, which has allowed us to stay in it, as A.J. Dillon gets a nice carry to pick up 8 yards to start this drive, and then we go right to Rachaad White. However, he can't convert it, so it's a 3rd and 1, and we're in the gun looking to pass it this time. Tune throws it out there to a covered Chris Godwin, but he gets us a first down. What a play from Chris Godwin. We go to Rachaad White on the next play, and he's able to find a little lane on the cutback and pick up 8 yards. 2nd and 2 now, and we're in the gun once again. Clayton Tune fires it underneath, and look at this play by Darius Slay. He laid out and picked it off, and then he might actually take this back to the house. It's up to Clayton Tune, and he can't get him. This play by Darius Slay is one of the craziest interceptions I've ever seen. I didn't even see him on the screen when I threw that, and then he just dove across Chris Godwin, caught it, he deflected it. He didn't even catch it cleanly, and then he picked it up and returned it to the house. I gotta say, that's the craziest interception I've ever seen, and for once, I'm not mad at Clayton Tune for throwing that pick, because I didn't even see him on the screen, and he just laid out and picked it off. I mean, now it's up to us to try to answer, but wow, that was one heck of a play from Big Play Slay. Now we're going to focus on the offense as Tune's running 5 wide. We only have 47 seconds, and then he throws a pick. That was a terrible decision. The Eagles might be able to take a 2-score lead in this one, as Edwards is able to pick that off, and that's just a bad decision right there from Clayton Tune. And then luckily Jalen Hurts gets sacked, and then he throws a screen to Miles Sanders. However, that might work. He's going to get down with that beautiful spin move down to the 29-yard line. The Eagles are back in field goal position, I'd say. Hurts back to pass with 2 timeouts remaining, and that one's broken up by Troy Pride Jr. I wish he'd have picked it off, but the Eagles are able to line up and kick the field goal. They do get the 2-score lead, but thankfully for us, it's a 20-10 game as we head into halftime. That's not an ideal situation, but that's actually manageable. I feel like if we can get the interceptions that happened in the final 2 minutes of the half eliminated, we might just be able to control this and recover okay. We're going to take a look at upgrades as Earl Bostic Jr., a backup left tackle, gets a pass protector upgrade. He got 1 awareness, 2 block finesse, which is good. Brandon Walton went ahead and we upgraded his agility. He got +3 pass block finesse. And as we take a look at stats, this is actually pretty even. The Eagles do lead the way, but it's pretty close if you look at it overall. I mean, everything's within a couple of each other. The yards are a little separated, but not by that much. The biggest differential right now is the turnover differential. With our 2 dumb interceptions in the final 2 minutes of the half, we have to try to clean that up, and hopefully we can get that under control as we open up the second half, and that kick just goes out of the back of the end zone. So the Eagles are going to line up under center, and Hurts throws it to an open player right there for 6 yards. I don't remember who number 13 is, and I cannot, for some reason, find him on the Eagles roster right now, so I don't know what happened there. A.J. Brown gets that catch, and he picks up some yards, setting up a 1st and 10, and they go right back to A.J. Brown. He's able to get us out to the 49, or them out to the 49-yard line, and then Joe Tryon-Shoyinka gets hurt on that play. He's our best pass rusher. You would think it would be Shaq Barrett, but I think it's probably Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, and hopefully he gets back soon, as Kyler Fackrell misses that tackle on Jalen Hurts, and then he gets taken down, but not before he picks up a 1st down. He's out to the 36-yard line, and it looks like Joe Tryon-Shoyinka is going to miss some time with that injury. Knowing Madden, and abdominal tear will probably take him out for a few weeks at minimum. That's my guess. We'll have to see how long he misses, and hopefully it's not too long. Miles Sanders is able to take that one for no gain at all. Luckily, our defense stepped up, and then Hurts gets intercepted by Carlton Davis on that next play, and it looks like Carlton Davis might be able to take it back to the house. The Eagles are a little faster than us, though, so they are trying to chase us down, but they do not end up catching us. Carlton Davis with a pick 6 of Jalen Hurts, getting us back in this game. It's now 20-17, because we do hit that extra point. Now let's see how the Eagles and Jalen Hurts respond. They go to the ground game, and they end up losing 1 as Levante David takes Miles Sanders down for a loss, and then they throw it to Sanders out of the backfield. He only picks up 4, setting up a 3rd and 7, which has not been something the Eagles have had to deal with much, and Hurts has all day to throw for him, luckily, though. But Dallas Goedert comes back across the line to gain and ends up not getting the 1st down, so they're going to be forced to punt it, and we end up losing Kyler Fackrell on that play. It may not seem like much, but with Joe Tryon-Shoyinka going down, and then also losing his backup to torn labrum, which could be a pretty significant injury, we'll have to see how long it takes him out for following this game. Hopefully we're able to keep our pass rush going and somehow stay in this game and maybe be able to have a pass rush to end the season. I know JPP is going to be the one to step in and take over that role currently, so we'll have to see if the old man has anything left. The Eagles are moving the ball pretty well on this drive, as they do go to Miles Sanders there, and he takes it out to the 44-yard line. He's got 11 carries for 70 yards. He's been good, as Hurts finds Goddard underneath once again. He's going to pick up 9 yards, setting up a 2nd and 1 for the Eagles, and they continue this march down the field right here. They've been good as they go to Miles Sanders. 1st down, Philadelphia. They're having a great drive right here. In the gun is Jalen Hurts, looking to pass this one. He found Goddard. That's going to pick up just 3, setting up a 2nd and 7, and they go to their ground game as Miles Sanders fights ahead. He's able to get him to a 3rd and 2, which is quite manageable for the Eagles, as Hurts again runs the read option, and we can't take him down. Antoine Winfield Jr. misses him, and he swerves by Will Golston, and he's down to the 19-yard line. What a beautiful play from Jalen Hurts, and then they run a QB draw to back that up, and he only picks up 3 and takes a hit stick at the end. That's not good, but he's able to stand up from it and be okay, as Miles Sanders gets the carry. He doesn't really have anywhere to go and only picks up 1, setting up a 3rd and 6, and Hurts cannot find his guy over there on the sideline, so they are once again going to be forced to settle for another field goal, and they do get it, which makes this score 23-17 here in the 3rd quarter with 1:23 left. O'Keefe's in motion over to the left. A.J. Dillon is in the backfield as we're under center, and we're going to run a counter to him. That play doesn't really work. He only picks up 1, so we go to the gun on the next play, and we find an open Mike Evans. That wasn't a great throw from Clayton Tune. You could see that as soon as he threw it. It was kind of behind him, but it worked out. Next play, Rachaad White gets bottled up. Our ground game's been pretty stuffed up by the Eagles as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. You know, we did expect the Eagles' defensive line to be able to stop our ground attack, as we only have 54 yards entering 3rd quarter. You know, you got to give them a little bit of credit. They are one of the best D-lines in all of football, as Rachaad White gets that carry and takes it for a gain of 9. We're looking on 3rd and inches to throw it. We do find Godwin open, which is shocking. I figured we should run it there. He's down to the 34-yard line. That's a solid play. On 1st down, though, Tune's standing in that pocket, and then K. Dotton drops it. These drops are killing me. I don't know why our receivers cannot hold on to it. The Eagles are also one of the best defenses at taking the ball away, and we somehow, as a turnover-prone team, only have 2 turnovers today, which somehow feels like a win as Tune's back to pass, and he gets sacked and taken down by 3 Eagles. We had nowhere to go. Fletcher Cox racks him up and takes him down. We line up for a 55-yard field goal, and Jake Moody drills it, making this a 23-20 game with just over 10 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. We have only 2 sacks today, and we're the number 5 team in the NFL at getting sacks, which is a little disappointing for us. We were hoping to be able to maybe affect Hurts a little bit more. We're still doing a great job in this game, but we'd like to sack him and take him down and cause some negative plays, as Hurts pulls it on that read option and only picks up 3. As Hurts is back to pass on this 2nd and 7, and he's going to throw it deep. He has a man one-on-one, but Carlton Davis takes the ball away from A.J. Brown. That's a turnover. Buccaneers are going to take the ball back. What a job by Carlton Davis in that one-on-one situation. Now the Bucs take over with a chance to at least tie it up and maybe even take a lead in this one if we can get into the end zone. On 2nd and 14, though, Tune's forced to pass following a big loss on the ground, and he finds Cade Otton down the seam. Check that. That was actually Cam Brate in for Otton on that play. That's a first down as we're out to the 35-yard line. Deontay Foreman takes a carry there and picks up 4. That's a solid gain on first down. He remains in the game on 2nd down as we look to pass with Tune, and he throws it to Chris Godwin, who's at the 50-yard line, and he'll pick up that first down. We go to Rashad White on the next play, and he gets tripped up and only picks up 3. Bringing up a 2nd and 7 as we stand in the pocket with Tune, and he gets hit just as he releases it. He was looking for Russell Gage on that one. It's now 3rd and 7, and Tune tries to take off and run, but Fletcher Cox said that ain't gonna happen on my watch. We decide to go for it though on this 4th down with Clayton Tune. He throws it to an open man, but he cannot find Godwin. He is just inaccurate on that. If he had his accuracy, that would have been a first down. Now let's see if we can hold him out of the end zone as Hurts finds A.J. Brown on the first play of this drive, taking it down to the 38-yard line, and then they go to Miles Sanders, and look at this gap up the middle, and he cuts back. He gets down to about the 18-yard line. That was a tough run by Miles Sanders. Our defense is letting us down with 3:28 left in this game. Goddard gets the catch. He takes that to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They hand it to Miles Sanders, who's able to fight ahead and get the first down, setting up a 1st and goal for the Eagles, and the Buccaneers are now in a little bit of trouble here as Hurts is dropping back to pass on 1st and goal, and he throws a screen out there to Miles Sanders, but we stop that with Devin White and call a timeout quick. 2:06 left in this game. Hurts is moving around again looking to pass it. He throws it towards the end zone, but that's Carlton Davis picking it off. The Buccaneers are going to get the ball back and have a chance as Hurts will knock Carlton Davis out of the field of play, but that's okay. We are going to take over. We have a chance to actually win this game now as Tune starts this drive by finding Mike Evans deep down the middle of the field. He goes past the 50-yard line to the 47-yard line. Tune again looking to pass this one. He finds Evans, but he was covered. That was almost intercepted. Now we have a big problem as this play is happening here. Suddenly my recording cuts out, and I don't know what happened to the rest of our footage. I don't recall losing power or anything like that. It's just gone. That's why you'll notice it's a little bit delayed getting this episode out, because I was hoping to be able to find it. I thought maybe I might have misplaced it on my computer or something, but I can't find it at all. I don't know what could have happened. There was no reason for it to cut out, so I skipped what would have been a traditional Bucks episode and ran 4 straight of the Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty on the channel, just trying to find this footage because I don't know what happened to it. There's no way it just suddenly stopped recording and it picked up the rest. Like, I have my highlights so that way I can get a thumbnail. I have some other finishing touches to the episode, but for some reason the end of the gameplay and the stats disappeared. But we do end up losing that game. As you seen, it played in the background because I was just so frustrated I had to talk about it. We couldn't get another first down. We ended up going for it, not getting it, and the Eagles need out the game. It was just a disappointing way to end one of the better games of the series in my opinion. But we got to move on, look ahead. Next week we have New Orleans Saints. They're 4-8 on this season. We're 2-10, so it's a good chance for us to maybe get our 3rd victory and maybe hurt ourselves in draft position. But you know what? Winning the games is all that matters. I'm getting frustrated, and it's hard to play this game when you're not winning. But this is LDJ11. I want to thank you for watching this episode, and I do apologize for how it ended. I'm still baffled at what happened. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic. plastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe